Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to your FieldersChoice.com college basketball Saturday, special edition Saturday for conference tournament semifinals. What's up? Pete Cole here. Two guests of me. I got Riley, our soccer guy, and one of our college basketball GBP guys, Chris Duffy here, my partner in the college department. What's up, guys? What's going on?
Much. Having some fun with this conference play.
Yeah, great day.
I'm sorry.
Great day. Yeah, great day.
Sorry, Riley.
Yeah, I was just going to say great day.
Yeah. You said you're already having a good day in soccer. You had that 2-gamer this morning, right? So one game is over with in soccer and you got one more to go?
Yeah. The guy from the game that we played, the core guy, he's second scorer, so that's good. And then the top scorer gave out on the notes. So I'm sitting on a couple nice lineups, but then also, I got basketball head. So for me, selfishly for me, a great day today. So looking forward to the show.
Yeah, and that's your field of choice because small sports are a specialty. NHL has been crushing. The soccer I see has been crushing. College basketball, we've been on a nice little run again. Had a little bump in the road there last week, but a really good slate yesterday morning. Chris, you ended up finishing third in the queue last night. So we were one play off to win that damn jam yesterday morning, too, probably. So we've been doing good.
Yeah, the first 2 days started out a little rough. Made some mistakes, and still made some mistakes yesterday a little bit, but was able to recover with them. I think last night the balance build was the nut, even though the 3 value chalk came through. One or two adjustments to that line, there was a lot of debating. There's tons of middle tier plays, man.
Yeah.
A month ago, not to talk too long here, we were going to Bellis because a month ago we said we won't get to Bellis under 8K again, and lo and behold, there he is, 7K. I had to dig deeper, make sure he's not hurt or something. I didn't know why he was 7K. So, Pickett over Gillespie. Charlie Moore over Braun. We haven't got Braun at 7-1 in a while either. Kind of became a blowout. So here we go. Just onto this slate, and let's get it going.
It's becoming a lot of 1v1s, 2v2s. So shoops, you got to get it right. So just, you got to get that. If you're going to win in GP or become top 5, top 10, you got to get every play right. Got to get all red flames and more. So let's do it today. We got 2 sites. We got the 6-gamer, and then we got a 4-gamer at 6 p.m. Tomorrow championships, Sunday for the conference championships. Next week we got the tourney starting, so we'll have shows next week. NIT. Then we have that Wednesday, the NIT / NCAA playing game. So you'll have some plays, some games there also. So it's a full week, and then MLB's back. That's a big thing. So check out the Discord. It's free. We're gonna have an MLB special deal promotion going on, and we're here for college hoops. So let's start. So that's the first game. So we have 2 games at 1 p.m. right?
Yep.
First game we're gonna hit is Texas A&M at Arkansas. Well, Arkansas is considered a home team. A&M coming off that big win yesterday, beating Auburn. But now we got Arkansas 6-point favorite, 138.5 game total. That is the 3rd highest, I think. No, well, it's 3rd or 4th highest. Arkansas's good defense, 26th ranked defense in the country, run at a good pace. A&M are running a good pace also. So I think this is a good game here. We do have some plays that we definitely going to be looking at. I think there's a couple core plays here. So Riley, give me your thoughts like on Texas. Take Texas A&M if you want, and then any thoughts on Arkansas quick.
Yeah, this is an interesting game here. I guess definitely not the one we were expecting. Obviously, we thought we'd get Auburn here, but A&M has been playing really, really well, and they had a couple guys that crushed it yesterday on the slate. It seems they're kind of like that. They have three guys that are really pulling away in terms of usage and just fantasy output. Jackson, Coleman, Radford. I think they're all kind of pulling away here. I think Jackson is going to be a really nice leverage play here at 7.3K. I think he's expensive to most people, but I mean, if you just look at his game log and like I said, you can tell who's kind of pulling away here on this team in terms of who's trusted to score. He obviously does a bunch of other stuff off the ball too, rebounds, assists, but I really, really think he's going to be under-owned here just because he's expensive and there's a lot of, I guess you could say, bigger names kind of around his salary range. So I'm definitely going to play a decent amount of him in GPP just as a pure leverage play. I mean, I think he's going to get a ton of usage, ton of shots, and I think he'll go under-owned. So he's probably my favorite A&M guy. And I think you have to look at Coleman too. I mean, I know he's had some eggs all season, and we've talked about him on these shows countless times. But I mean, he crushed it yesterday versus Kessler and Jabari Walker. So Auburn has Jalen Williams really, and that's about it inside. So I think you really have to look at those two. And I'm not gonna dive down in the depths of the A&M rotation. I don't have time. I don't have the stones for that, especially it being the first game and watching your lineup kind of disintegrate if the guy doesn't do anything. But I'm really going to focus on those two, and I really do like Jackson here at 7.3K. I think he's a great GPP play.
Yeah, you're right. And Jackson, now that he's starting, so he started the season not starting, but starting now. I think Coleman's a good play, especially inside against Arkansas. To me, most of these guys are like, you're right. GPP plays, Boots Radford, he can get hot. We saw what he did yesterday.
Yeah,
he's probably the closest you're going to come to cash plays for A&M. And then Wade Taylor's getting a little bit of love too. He's a value play. Just scary using some of these kids now, but he's been playing really well. So I can definitely see Wade Taylor in even a main cash lineup at that price. So I'm going to probably Taylor, Radford, cash, and then the rest of the guy GVP. Chris, yeah. Arkansas, and any comments on Texas A&M?
No, you guys pretty much covered A&M. Arkansas, I mean, I basically wrote down and, first thing this morning, I do like no Taysom, but I personally think I'm just going Williams. He just has the matchup and the projection, and he's 8K. We used him yesterday. He was in play yesterday against LSU. He's 100% in play today. I think he got 50 on them last time, 32 the time before. Texas A&M's defensive rebounding is not that great. I think Williams is at about 29% in conference play. I'm just kind of locking him in from Arkansas. And then, trying to debate Tony. Tony I've used before when he's gotten cheap. I'm going to hold off on him probably in my main team. I've always been a Likes fan. I'm really debating if I'm going to go there because value isn't the best today. So
yeah,
I'm debating if he can get 15 to 18 minutes. And, I want about 18 to 20. If he can get 18 or so, I think he can make value at 3.8. But that's all I really got from Arkansas.
The big question is Likes is like the top value tonight at 3.8. Is he going to get the minutes, especially now that Tony's back? And he did get the minutes yesterday, but beside the last two games, he had 29, 25 minutes. Most of his minutes have been anywhere between 4 and 10 minutes. In middle of February to mid-teens, but never, around 20 plus. So you can't go starting Likes today expecting you're going to get 25 plus minutes. You got to expect you're going to get 15 and hope you get more. But 3.8, he's in play. He's probably going to be popular because there isn't a lot down there at value. That's it's a slam dunk. And good play. I think Jalen Williams is a core play. Jalen Williams is my core play. You need one of Williams and Note in your lineup today. Probably use both. But for once, I think Williams may actually be more popular than Note today. It's usually the other way around. But I think Jalen may come in a little bit more popular today than Note. But both are on play. Great spots. And that's it for this game. So just to wrap this game up, Williams is a core play. Note can be a cash also. Likes and Taylor are values. Wade Taylor from A&M. And some good GBPs in Quentin Action Jackson, Henry Coleman a third. And that's it. That's the first game. So our second game at 1 p.m. is Indiana at Iowa. So another decent game. Indiana's on a roll right now, man. And TJD is on a roll. He's really I wrote that up earlier. He's burying ghosts this weekend. First was Hunter Dickinson at Michigan, and then he took on Kofi in Illinois yesterday, and Kofi's destroyed him all regular season, but he took it to Kofi yesterday. He was a different player. He went right at him in the post and had a really good game. So this is the Big Ten semis. You got Iowa still up minus 5.5 point favorite. Now TGD gets Keegan to go at 144 game total. This is the highest game total of the slate. Iowa number 4 offense in the country. Indiana 136. Indiana has a much better defense than Iowa, so something has to give. And Iowa's a pace team. It's going to be a pace-up game. So there is DFS goodness in this game. Chris, take a team between Indiana and Iowa here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just take Iowa. I mean, Keegan's the only guy I'm looking at for Iowa. I'm not going to mess with anybody else, really. Perkins has impressed. I won't knock him if you want a last spot in or something. But
what's his price?
He's like 5'2" or something. 5'5".
Oh, yeah, 5'5". Yeah.
I don't see myself using him here. Keegan's the only guy. I think Keegan's firmly in play. It's a good game environment, and Indiana's been good on they've been pretty good, but on defense and so forth. But that doesn't really matter for Keegan, and he's just been on a tear lately. So I'm not really scared, but I don't know if I'm getting to Keegan. I'm debating doing a balanced build here, but yeah, that's what I got for Iowa.
This may be one of those slates. Usually we got Keegan and Big O on a slate. We may not even be using either of them because of the value today. But Keegan is a smash play, matchup proof. I think can definitely be in a cash lineup. It may be hard to get there. And I agree. Nobody else in Iowa. Well, no, GVPs, you can always play his brother, taking the chance if Keegan gets in foul trouble because we know Iowa's is an automatic bench team. If he gets 2, he'll be benched for the rest of the first half, even if it's Keegan. So that's when Chris usually comes in and goes crazy. So then you got my man Jordan Bohannon, I guess.
I meant to mention his brother Chris there and actually Chris has been picking it up a little bit, but yeah, yep. So definitely. Okay. Yep.
Riley, Indiana. I did mention TJD. I think TJD is a cash core play to go along with Jalen Williams in the first game. What else you have here? Xavier Johnson, Race Thompson. A lot of Indiana guys I like today.
Yeah, I played Johnson yesterday, and he, I think he's going under the radar. His usage has gone up recently. He's decent on offense. He gets a lot of assists. He can rebound. I think this is a great spot for him, especially with assuming Iowa's going to win some of the tempo battle. I think he's in a great spot to score at 7.2K. I think he's a discount. I probably would have priced him up around 7.8. So I think he's a good value. I'm definitely I have him in a lot. He's going to be in my GPP core later. I will tease that. I think he's in a great spot here, and I love the price. I did play a little bit of some TJD here. I don't know. I honestly just think Xavier Johnson and him are going to have a similar output, and I'm going to take the $600 in savings. But I do think you kind of have to play him. Just if this game gets out of control with points, like if it's an 80 to 78 game, he's going to have a monster game. I don't think there's any question about that. So I don't want to get burned there. But I think my favorite play in Indiana by a mile is Johnson.
And I've been trying to get, if I don't have Johnson in a main lineup, he's in an alternate lineup. I've liked Johnson all year. He had those foul issues. Seems like every time we try to play him, he had foul issues. But he's like the second. He's like the second guy on that team now. And he's right. I mean, he's at 28% usage rate, 25% shot rate, number 17 in the country with 34.5% assist rate. So he's doing it all. But great play. Another play. Me and Chris been talking about this morning is Race Thompson. He's got both him and TJD got great matchups today. And the question is, do you play them? Usually during the season, like if I faded TJD, you play Race and GBPs. But I think today may be a day you could possibly get away with playing both of them together. I think they're both in good spots. All of them, Xavier Johnson, Race Thompson, and TJD. You can use two of them, I think, in a main lineup. One other guy. Then we got next game is Rob Finishi. He's back playing. His minutes have been trending up. He's played like over 25 his last two games. He's only like 3-1 or 3-2. Still a punt. Maybe take a chance on him also too. We were fiddling around with him in some lineups earlier because you play a right guy like Finishi, and he's pretty much shot reliant. But if he gets hot, makes a few shots, boom, you got 5, 6, 7X on your hands. But you got to make sure he plays those minutes. And he has been trending up. Like Chris said, a lot of guys are coming back, getting healthy again now. So, okay. Next game. Sorry to get mumbling here. It's not too late, 12:20. The third game of the slate we have is Kentucky at Tennessee. That's a 3 p.m. game. So we have two hours between start times. Kentucky, 2.5-point favorite. Considered the road team today. Tennessee, one of the best defenses in the country, but Kentucky's nothing to shake at either. Number 34 defense in the country. Both decent offenses, but Kentucky's the number 7 ranked offense. This is a tough one for me because I really respect Tennessee's defense. I don't have too much here for DFS personally. I have a PrizePicks play, which I'll get to later. So, Chris, take a team. Who do you like any of these games for DFS? Any cash plays, any GBP plays?
No, Kentucky.
Well, it's Oscar, but
yeah, there's OT always, and you're going to get them at lower ownership today than normal. Right. So I think he's a decent leverage play off of Keegan for sure. Yeah, Tennessee, he got 40 last time against Tennessee. I don't think they can stop him. Nobody can stop him. He's matchup proof. I don't know if some of the first games don't go my way. Maybe I'll pivot to the upside of Oscar here and get him lower owned. We'll see. And then, I kind of got that lineup set up where I can get him in if needed, just to kind of jam him in. Ty, what did his price go to? He stayed the same price. He did okay yesterday. He did pretty good, actually. 33, I'm not wanting to use a lot of pieces, but I think at 6,100, he's okay. It's a good price for him. I'm not really going to go anybody else. Wheeler's a pretty good player. He was priced up, but I'm looking at Oscar and Ty here. Probably both are not on the main team at the moment, but they're both in play.
It's going to be a big dilemma because Oscar's going to end up being a good pivot GBP play. That's going to be usually he's very high owned and he's 10-2 now, so there's not much value. So agree. I just see, and I said I like Wheeler a little bit and Ty's cheap. So Tennessee on the other side is JJJ a cash play today, Riley. These other guys. I see Euros Plastic is 3-2. I'm seeing he's getting a little bit of love. So is Ziegler, but. What do you got for Tennessee?
Yeah, I think you have to play JJJ here again. He had 3 point. He had 31, I think 31.5 last night, and I don't think he got as many. I don't think he played as many minutes. He played maybe 5 less minutes than you'd expect. I think he's in a good spot here again. Obviously you have Oscar T is going to be vacuuming up all the rebounds, but he was Tennessee's leading scorer last night and did not take the most attempts. I think he's in a really good spot here again. And once again, the price at 6.7K. There's not many guys on the slate that kind of have his usage and minutes that we're getting below 7K. I think he's GBP and cash viable. I also don't hate really the other two guys, Chandler and Vescavi. I just pivoted a little bit because of the price. I did look at like you said, Plavsic here at cheap, but I have another really cheap guy that I like later on that I'll share. So I kind of just focused on him. But yeah, I think JJJ is a must play. I played him, and I'm very happy on it today. I'll say that.
One of the problem with JJJ is his usage is below 20%, but as long as he's hitting, I mean, he's got everything else. Last 12 points, 7 rebound rate. He had that big game against Georgia.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's in play. Anybody else? I'm not really seeing anybody else either for especially for cash, especially not down with these guards anymore. Chandler is still sitting at 7-5, not messing with him playing. I probably would use Ziegler over Chandler. So this game is more of a GPP game. Oscar T, of course, can always be in your lineup. He's expensive. And JJJ, who's been hot as hell his last 4 games, through 32 DK, 32, 50, 29, 26. So JJJ, yeah, he's on fire. All right, next game we got is Tulane, considered a home team. Houston, Tulane, I mean away team. Houston, the home team, AAC semifinals. Houston 13-point favorite. There was some rumors that Jalen Cook may be back today for Tulane. I doubt it, but you got to pay attention to that one. Houston, number 8 offense in the country. Tulane 126. Houston, the number 4 defense. But Tulane is always a good DFS team, especially when they had Jalen Cook there. So there is definitely some DFS plays here in his games, and even some cash games you like. Chris, why don't you take you? I know you know Houston. Take Houston. What do we got for Houston?
Yeah.
A couple plays.
Yeah, definitely. I like these guys. I'm really looking to get 2 of them. They run such a tight rotation. I'm debating on between. I do. I always like White. I always want to. I'm trying to maybe get back to him here, but I'm trying to get I need every dollar I can get today. So I may end up with Edwards and one of the cheaper guards there. I think they're viable. She has 45 to 50% assist rate, something like that. So he's in play. Taze Moore's in play. At the moment, I'm looking to use maybe Edwards and one of the cheaper guards. Tulane, we've attacked them. I think projections fit the Houston team. Their rotation is tight. Tulane's defense has not been doing very well as of late. So what I wrote down on my notes was basically, I think all the stars in play. One guy I thought was Carlton. I think he's a decent GPP play. He has not been doing well at all, but it is still a smash spot for him. It's if he can get the minutes,
foul trouble.
The only issue is, you can't play him in cash because I've learned my lesson with these guys and they're fouling, and it's definitely been up in conference play, and he's just not getting the minutes there. So I don't know if there's, I'm not going to worry about blowout here, but mainly the 2 guys I really like are Edwards and Fabian White. I don't know if I can get them both in. But yeah, Tulane, their offense and defensive rebounding is right around 350 each. So I'm looking at them, but Carlton's more of a GPP play, but I'll consider getting 2 of these guys in my lineup. I think that's a pretty sharp move.
If you can pick the right 2 guys, sometimes it might be Fabian White, Kyler Edwards. The next name might be Jamal Sheed, Taze Moore. You got a crystal ball, you're winning some money because 2 guys in Houston are going to go off today. Great call on Josh Carlton. If he stays at a foul trouble, he's going to smash. And he's ranked number 5 right now in offensive rebounding in the country. And like you said, Tulane has got one of the worst offensive rebound and defensive rebound rates in the country. So smash spot for Josh Carlton. But you can't play him in cash because of that 4.9 foul rate. So next call. Riley, Tulane. Because there is some Tulane player, there's some value here, especially if Jalen Cooks is out. Anybody looking for any main GVPs or cash? Jalen Forbes always a good play. Kevin Cross, he'll tilt you. But what do you got?
Yeah, for me it was Forbes or Cross. I personally, how I looked at this game was I think Houston's gonna win very large here. I think Tulane is they're gonna run out of gas. I think this is gonna be one of those games where Houston wins by 30. So I personally, I know I'm supposed to talk about Tulane, but I went pretty heavy on Houston here. Like Duff said, I have 2 to 3 guys in a lot of lineups. My favorite here, because he killed me yesterday, so I know that he's just going to come back and have a monster game, and that's Kyler Edwards. I think he's going to have a huge game. I am going to play some Kevin Cross here though, just because I think his usage is going to be off the charts. I mean, he's especially if Cook is a no-go. For another guy I wanted to look at on Houston, he's very cheap. It's going to be Juwan Roberts at 3.3K. I think he's going to get a nice little bounce here with some kind of garbage time minutes. So when I was referring to a cheap play I like later on, it's Roberts at 3.3K. I think he'll have a nice little game here.
Interesting call. And if he can get over 20 minutes, get you. He had a couple. Look at Tulane game. The last game against Tulane. He ended up playing 25 minutes at 30 DK points. That was his best game of the year, right?
Yeah. So I'm not expecting that, and I do think he's live for 15, 20 points on the high end.
Nice sneaky call for GBPs, Roberts for Houston. There you go. I like that call. And I just wanted to mention quick you got to watch Kevin Cross though, because I was watching that game last week, man. If he makes one mistake, but besides getting in foul trouble, he went out the last game. He came on the court. I think it was either double dribble or traveling, and the coach yanked him right back out again. So there's some issues going on there, but still, he's been a great point per dollar play for the last week or two. Then you get the 2 guards. You got Davon Baker, who came from, I think it was North Carolina, A&T, I think it was. And he's a shooter, not really a point guard like Cook, but has been trying to play Cook's role, but was now brought in Jaden Coleman. Coleman, I think, is a decent value because there's no value on his slate. He had a good game there, I think it was last Sunday. If Cook is out, Baker and Coleman are in consideration for value plays, even for cash, because they're so cheap, and one of them could go off again. I'm more leaning Baker because he's just got this experience. He's scored over 1,000 points at North Carolina A&T, but Coleman can get hot too. So it's a value here. So this play, there is cash plays in this game. It could be Fabian White. It could be Kyler Edwards. It sounds like Riley's leaning Edwards. Chris, if you had a choice between Edwards and Fabian White or Taze Moore, who are you taking, Edwards?
No, I mean, if I had a choice straight up, I'd probably go Fabian.
Fabian, he's much more expensive. That's kind of a dumb question.
He's not much more expensive at the moment.
Yeah. I thought he was like $1,000 more. I'm looking at. I'm sorry.
No, I just can't find it at the moment. But man, Fabian's consistent. His rebounding rate is great.
He's been.
I like them both, but Edwards has the ball in his hands all the time. So, just the way my build's going, I usually have like 100 left over. I don't have that 200. So we'll see. I may adjust as we go along.
Both good plays. I agree. I guess I would take White. Okay, 2 games left. Michigan State, Purdue. Michigan State considered the away team on this. Purdue 6.5-point favorite, 142.5 game total. So it's not a bad game total. Purdue is the number 1 ranked offense in the country. Michigan State ranked, I think, like 90th. Middle of the road, both defenses. You pick on Michigan State interior, and Purdue's got the 2 best interior guys you can come up with Zach Edey and T-Will. But the problem is the minutes. I would love to play T-Will's prices down, but it's the minutes. So Riley, take one of those teams. You're a Big Ten guy, right? So take a team. We'll hit this one quick here.
Yeah, I know it's too bad Wisconsin in here, but forget that. I'm going to play a lot of Jaden Ivey here at 7.7K. This Michigan State team is, I'm not sold on them being any good really at all. I think he'll score a lot here. And like you said, it's hard to kind of trust the big guys. So I went pretty heavily on Ivey. There was one value play I actually liked here a little bit. And that's Mason Gills at 4K. He's been getting like minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah. Yep. I think he can attack the inside here. And, if he's sharing minutes with Edey and T-Will, I think he's in a decent spot to give us a nice output. And at 4K, in GBP, give us some relief, start, fit in a couple more expensive guys. I'm definitely going to play some. So those are the 2 guys I really liked on Purdue.
Nice call on Mason Gillis as we're looking for that value, and he's been getting over 18 DK 19. So Value is lacking. Okay, so nice call there. I like the Ivy call too. Ivy should not be this cheap, and maybe this is when Ivy comes out. He shines in March. He's a type of player like that. He's going to be NBA. He's going to be an NBA player. So Ivy is too cheap. And the big guys, I would love to play T-Will today, but I think I'm scared to because the price and he gets 18 minutes. I brought Chris, Michigan State. Man, I don't see nothing. No cash, whatever.
There's not a ton. They actually start bringing their prices down. So I think they're somewhat GPP suitable for guys like Christie, or I think I liked Christie a little bit yesterday. He did okay. He was 4-1 yesterday though. So Hoggard, Christie, I think they're somewhat GPP plays. Hoggard has man. Yeah, he has a good assist rate, but he's down to a price where you can consider him. I don't know, maybe more leverage if you need it towards the end of the day, the slate. But I really only playing 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't have any of them as a main team play. None of the Michigan guys, and I think Purdue probably handles them here. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm only using maybe some of the cheaper guys just for fill-ins on some GPP lines.
So don't be surprised if Jaden Ivey doesn't nuke this slate today. He'll be the highest scorer in the slate. I agree with Riley there. He's got another coming out party here soon. He's not playing well. All right, last game of the night, the Hammer game, 4:30, and it is a Hammer game. Memphis, consider the road team. SMU, the AAC. I love Kendrick Davis, but man, he's a tilter though. Memphis is a 4.5-point favorite. It's Penny's team though, tough team to play in DFS because of the rotation. Always a good defense when you're playing Penny in Memphis. They're a pace-up team this year. SMU will run at a nice pace. So this is a nice game here for DFS. So it's the second that they're tied with Michigan State produced with the 142 game total. So a decent DFS game to play, and both teams will score some points. I want to get Kendrick Davis in my lineup. I think his price may be a little bit too high. So, and there's some value here. Take one of the teams, Riley. Take one of the teams, SMU and Memphis, and then Chris finish it out, and then we'll get our quarters.
Yeah. All right. So I will take Memphis. I think there's some good value here. Obviously, the couple guys. I'm playing a lot of this game just because I think there's good prices, and this game script is nice for just kind of filling out your builds. I like Jaylen Duran a lot here at 6.8K. I think he's a great play. I'm playing some Lomax at, I believe, 4.8K if I don't have it in front of me again. But I think he'll get some assists, he'll get some rebounds, and I think he'll benefit a little bit. He's not a great scorer, but I think he'll benefit just a little bit with the game getting paced up. So those are kind of the guys I focused on. But I think a lot of them are in play. I really like the Memphis prices, and I love how this game's going to unfold.
Me and Chris were talking about this earlier too with Jaylen Duran. Great game against UCF yesterday. He's got all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
High usage in the last 5. Can he do it again today? You just never know with this team. It's so weird. But I agree. There's definitely and there's definitely plays here. It's just gonna be tough. Alex Lomax is my favorite probably play, and I think he's one of the safest values on a slate. Yeah. Still 4.8 is not crazy. But I like Lomax because he's playing almost 30 minutes a game. He's going to play today. He's experienced. He's probably going to get at least 30 minutes again today. So I do like Lomax. Could be definitely a cash game value. So there's some plays here. It's just tough. DeAndre Williams, he's the leader of that team. All right, Chris, SMU. What about my boy Kendrick? We playing Kendrick? Is he a cash game play or?
I think he's borderline. I really like this game. I'll piggyback a little bit on Memphis. Yeah, Duran is close to being in my cash here. His rates and foul rate can be bad, but this is a pretty good spot for him.
It is.
I'm putting him as probably my top GPP play in the slate, and he might end up in my main here as a hammer, hopefully. Yeah, he likely to come out and get 2 fouls right away, but I digress there on Memphis. But I also think Noli and Williams are decent GPP plays also. Williams, if he can stay on the court, is in a pretty good spot too. I would probably go with Duran, Lomax, Duran, and then Williams as my third option. On SMU, yeah, I like the game in general. I like Kendrick Davis. I really like him here, and the only thing I'm a little concerned about is Memphis's defense has really picked it up the last 5-6 games. Their rotation sucks, but they've really been coming on as of late. I don't know if I can get to that price for Davis today. I think the Weather brothers are somewhat in play too. They're a decent price. I'd probably go Marcus if I went anybody. But if I had to pick, and I had to, I would go Kendrick. I do somewhat like Nuttall. I think he started last. I'm not.
He did. That's the big question.
It's 33 minutes a mirage. I'm not sure if he can get 25 to 30. I think that's a decent price, a good value. I think you throw him in the mix. I don't know if you got a choice there of him or Lights or you might want to just. It just all depends. I'm kind of feeling. I like Nuttall a lot. I don't know if he's going to end up in Maine here in the next 10 minutes, but I think he's in consideration. But outside of that, like I said, I do like I like the whole SMU's rotation has really tightened up, and Bandamo has really picked it up as of late in his peripherals, and he's a good fill-in price there too. So if you're trying to get some 5K guys there, I think he's firmly in play. But outside of that, I don't really have anybody.
The nice thing about SMU is they have that tight rotation. So you know what you're going to get out of Davis, Weathers, and then a little bit of Emmanuel there. Michael Weathers did have 2 good games against Memphis this year. And then the brother had like 1 good game. 1 was a kind of mediocre game. So, yeah, all in play. It's a hammer game. It would be nice to know if Nuttall was going to start because he started last game, but he didn't start the 2 games before that. He didn't start most of the season. But he's the type of guy that can play 30 minutes and only get you 15 DK points. So there's not much of the ceiling. So, but you get 30 minutes of a guy at 3-something K, he's going to play definitely in cash. Okay, quickly. So it is 12:45. That's the slate. I'm going to get our course quick, and I'm going to give her 2 PrizePicks plays. Chris, give me like a 3-man core that you're looking at, your 3 top plays.
Yeah, I mean, from this morning, TJG and Jay Williams, the matchup is too good for me. I'm gonna core them, and then it's either gonna be Fabian or Edwards in there for me. Probably one of the.
All right, I'm the same way. I'm looking at TJD, looking at Jalen Williams, and then usually I pick like a third player's a value guy is my third, and right now I'm probably leaning toward Alex Lomax because of the minutes. But still got to make a decision when playing Chris Lakes or not. Riley.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Edwards 7.6K, Gills 4K, and Xavier Johnson 7.2K for a GPP core. And then
repeat that.
Edwards, Houston 7.6K, Gills, Purdue 4K, or Gillis, excuse me, and then Xavier Johnson 7.2K. And then it was very hard. I would almost throw JJ in there at 6.7K, but I'll stick to the 3-man.
All right. So, hey, you make a stand. I like the XJ call, Xavier Johnson. Okay, so that's our cores, guys. Quickly, PrizePicks. I saw 2 PrizePicks I really like, which I wrote up earlier. I like the Fabian White over 22.5 PRA, 20 rebounds, assists. I like that over. I like Severe Wheeler over 18.5 points, rebounds, assists. He's gotten that like 3 straight. And I saw that even though we like Jalen Williams, I take very little unders. But there was a Jalen Williams is really high. I think I was taking the under on his points, rebounds, and assists. It was like up to I think 27.5, 28.5. And I'm not sure if he's going to get there in all 3 of those today. So, but my main call is going to be Fabian White over PRA and Severe Wheeler over PRA. And I guess that's it. 12. Look at that. I made it over just a minute. If you guys don't have any questions, We'll try to hit any news in our Discord in the next 5 minutes. I don't see anything crazy that's popped out in the last half hour about nobody. Jordan Geronimo is warming up. Oh, he's not warming up. He's had that knee injury, and it's the only thing I see. All right, that's all we have for the early games. No crazy news, nobody out, all that. All right, thank you, Mickey, to our producer. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Riley. And we will be back, especially this week for all the March Madness.
Yep, good luck, everyone.
Awesome. Good luck, guys.